Congregations are in an uproar. The nuns are growing, and the N-O-N-E-S. The nuns may be growing too, and that would be great. There's some really good nuns out there. But the N-O-N-E-S, the fastest growing religious group in the country, if you can call them a religious group, because some of them don't want to be religious, and they might not like being called a religious group, but there they are. And we're looking to them, and we're saying, why won't you go to church anymore? We're looking to ourselves, and we're saying, why don't I go to church anymore? Or maybe you're saying to yourself, thank God I don't go to church anymore, because somehow church was getting in the way of living abundantly. And maybe that's why it's all falling apart, because it doesn't actually help all of us live abundantly, that there are ways of living abundantly that don't require church. In fact, where church actually gets in the way. And maybe churches need to fall apart. Maybe they need to be shattered and broken for us to find that abundant life again as church.
You shook me cold, crawl back inside your hole.
Really, you're going to love all of this. Hi, my name is Tripp Hudgins, and this is Busted Stuff. This is an opportunity for me, an opportunity for all of us to get into a conversation, more conversation. You see, it seems that we Americans struggle with happiness, like we really struggle with it. We're so desperate to be happy, we're miserable all the time because we think since we haven't achieved happiness, then we must not be happy, that something, happiness is itself something you can achieve. It's a job to do, and you can do it wrong. And if you do it wrong, then are you actually happy? And are you happy with the right things? And then suddenly the wheels start to spin, and we get lost. We get lost in all the things that tear us apart and tear our communities apart. Today I want to talk about anxiety. Since we talk about what's falling apart, I want to talk about what's making us anxious. I want to talk about the things that seem to get in our way of living abundantly. So Jesus, in John's Gospel, Jesus says, there are people who are going to come like thieves, but I want to bring life that's abundant. It's John chapter 10, verse 10, if you want to look at an actual translation and not my paraphrase. It is about living abundantly. It's about living life not just to the fullest in some sort of carpe diem claim of taking every moment and packing it, but really asking ourselves, what does it mean to live a full life? How will we understand ourselves completely, our situation in the world, and how can we best live into what the scriptures call the kingdom of God? So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to post one of these a week here on Sogo Media. I would love for people to comment, not just to throw 140 characters down in a Twitter feed, though that would be great, so please do that. But I'm looking for videos. I'm looking for us to have conversations. If you post a video, I will reply with a video, and we can have a conversation going back and forth. This is not really meant to be me as a talking head in some slick fashion. As you can see, I'm not particularly slick. So I'm going to tap some people who are on Sogo Media and some people who are not exactly on Sogo Media. So here we go. Tripp Fuller. Tripp, it's Tripp. And I'd like you to say something about living abundantly and how you deal with anxiety and the future of the church. I'd love for you to post about that. I think Steve Knight should also do that. This is your fault, Steve, so you have to do this too. They're the shepherds, and they should jump all over this. And then Holly Roach, maybe you weren't expecting to get tagged, but I'm tagging you. You, Holly, tell me what you think about living abundantly, and how do we, as a church, live abundantly in the 21st century? I think it's the only way forward is to get out of the anxiety loop and to live into the light that all this broken glass and shattered dreams is actually finally letting in. Anyway. I'm Tripp Hudgins. This is Busted Stuff. We'll see you in a week.